Failure, the lack of success, or the neglect or omission of expected or required action. No matter what you do, it seems like you can always fail, and it's not hard to fail. Failure's an everyday part of life, but how do we prepare to fail? Or how do we prepare so that we don't fail?
Oh, it's filming.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So Jana, what do you think about failure?
I think it's just part of the process, really. I think I failed enough things at this point that I just like, it does get to me a bit when I fail like something like that I've tried to work hard for, but it just shows that I cared about it. I try to look at the bigger picture and think that just because I failed this, it's not the end of like the grand scheme of things, and like try to push forward to the next thing. But also because I failed, there's like something I did wrong, so I can like work on those for the next time and then try and like correct them. Yeah, go check out my blog. Nice.
So about a year ago, after I failed a couple of my medical school clinical examinations, I watched this TED Talk by this guy called Daniel Levitin, and cool name. It was called How to Stay Calm When You Know You're going to be Stressed. And basically in that video, he just talked about planning what could go wrong, as in a pre-mortem, like sort of like when you do a post-mortem, which is after death, you know what went wrong. But pre-mortems, what could go wrong, leading to that failure, to that stress level. And usually I'm not really a stressed person, but I was at that point because I had to pass this next clinical examination, or I was out or resit. I was going to resit, and I didn't want to resit. So after watching that video, I wrote down a few things which I thought would help me the most to get the grade that I wanted, to get that pass, because medicine is just pass fail. And I got a whole list, and I'll show you through it now. Okay, excuse my handwriting and excuse the algebra at the bottom of the page, but this is the original OSCE pre-mortem I made. The OSCE is the clinical examination I was talking about. So I put there was only two things that could go wrong for me, which is forgetting parts of the examination, which is just standard, like not really knowing it well enough, and there was things that I hadn't done properly or that had come up in feedback from last one, so washing hands and introducing myself properly. And basically these are things which I thought could help me improve on forgetting parts. So I was learning every single examination in depth. I was going through those things like every day, different ones, writing down what I forgot if I went through the flashcards or if I went practiced it fully, like practically. And then I would keep going through that. I'd read through that list and I was getting in depth with those. So then I thought about being anxious to be around patients and do the examination, because in clinical practice, a lot of these things aren't really that stressful to do. They're simple, but when you're getting tested, if you forget something, then it's a bit like, right, yeah, you've lost your marks. You can't really get that done better, like that's that. So had a Get Psyched playlist, which is something I always used back in sixth form for examinations, because it just got me in the right frame of mind. And sleep well, because sleep helps with anxiety apparently. I mean, I did try to sleep well that day, but at the time when I was in halls, there was this mysterious tapping sound that kept going around. The estate patrol thought it was coming from our flat, so they kept coming into our flat. Started shining a light through my window at like 12 a.m. when the exam was at 8, so I probably had to be up at like 7-ish, 6:30, which wasn't good, but I managed to get over that. And I mean, it seems to have worked out for me, because I managed to pass that examination, and aside from another resit that I had to do because I didn't pass 2 of the others in the year, that was the best grade I'd got in those clinical examinations, even including this year. Maybe I need to go back to these pre-mortem things. I've got another one of those next week, so I guess I'll get back to that. And no matter what you fail in, no matter how you did, you can come back from it, because you are in the position you are in now because somebody thought you were meant to be there. Somebody thought you were good enough, whether that was yourself, whether that was some sort of admissions into whatever you're doing right now. You're meant to be there. So just keep going, keep pushing forward, and you will get that success. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like it if you liked the content, and subscribe if you're new around here. And I'll see you possibly in the future.